Hello!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Alright, well, we did something.
We have a new partner.
You know Crobat, you know him, you love him. Welcome, Lila.
Pretty little Lila. Aw, she's shy.
She's so shy. Oh, you silly girl.
Yeah.
Show your green thumb off, girl.
Yeah.
You work it.
Yeah, we made her real quick. And pretty cool. Bit more of a magic user, I believe, so we're gonna have some fun with that.
Indeed. And it's going to be interesting because now we have using Darkest Fear with Crobat, but now we have Wave Surfer with Lila and Rising Wing using both of them.
I like the sound of Wave Surfer. That sounds pretty cool.
It does sound pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Now, so if I'm correct, we have two. You can technically have a third spirit in your party, but they can't. There's only going to be two out, and there's only one in the reserve, and I believe you can swap them out basically. So if you need to change strategy, I guess with like your transformation or anything, because let's be honest, they're not really the smartest NPCs like Donald and Goofy are.
No, they are not.
So I believe you can use them to do like a different link, whatever is like better for what need basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, now, right, at the moment, our objective is to find Frollo at the outskirts of the city. I was just heading up there to see if there was a chest or something I missed. And there, as we saw in Sora's, there are chests, but they are up there, and we want to make some progress each episode. So we're going to go find Frollo in the outskirts of the city, which may or may not bring us back to the cathedral, most likely, because that's where the story of Hunchback of Notre Dame kind of goes around.
Yeah.
So, until then, let's see if we can progress a little.
Oh wow, Lila's doing some damage. She's the one that did that flower plant attack that made that enemy go up in the air.
Yeah, she's holding her own very well.
Like I said, there was only like a couple of spirits I really had any good progress with. My favorite was a sheep one we can get, and it just did a whole bunch of area effects, status effects. Like it did sleep in there. I believe you got all the chest camera.
Even over here?
Oh no, I'm wrong. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I remembered this one, and I wanted to see.
Yeah, good on you.
Okay.
Always get the chests.
Oh, mainly because you never know what's in them.
Yeah.
Because it may very well have an ingredient that we need.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so anyways, the sheep was one of my favorites to use because basically he would just make enemies fall asleep with an area effect. So even though he wasn't like hitting enemies with like frontal attacks, at least he was doing status stuff.
Yeah.
And so I like that. But yeah, so let's go through here. Let's find Mr. Frodo. Frollo, sorry. I said Frodo. Sorry.
Yeah. Wrong universe.
Sorry.
While I'm sure Disney would love to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
on their priority right now?
Yeah, not exactly on the to-do list.
Yeah. Okay, there we
go. It would be awesome if it was, though.
Yeah.
Because, holy crap.
Crobat, where you going, you silly little bat, you?
Yo! Homeboy! This way.
Eh, he'll catch up, don't worry.
Oh, I've no doubt. He knows his way. I don't, apparently, because I keep finding dead ends. But that's okay. Because I'm okay with myself.
You watched a little bit of One Piece, didn't you?
I did. I actually watched quite a bit of it. I didn't get as far as you.
Yeah. And I'm still not caught up to this series. I haven't watched it in a while. I've been planning on getting back into it. But anyways, Zoro, his little funny bit is that he has a horrible sense of direction. And, like, if you let him wander off on his own, he gets impossibly lost, which is the funniest thing in the entire world. Because, like, he has these things like, I have to get back to my friends. And so, like, he meets this, like, a girl or a person. She's like, okay, well, we have to go this way. And obviously, he doesn't want to pay attention to him. They go, I don't need you. I'll find my own way. And then they're like, no, don't! Because they know he has a horrible sense of direction.
Yeah.
And then he'll start wandering. I was like, will you get back here? And then there are moments where he is lost. And then he's like, oh, man, how did I get lost up here? And And it's like he has no clue that he has a horrible sense of direction. So,
I forget which one it is. I think it was Pirate Warriors, where they actually were running around, and every character had like their own map in the top right corner, except for him.
wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
That is hysterical. I love it.
So everyone else is looking at like the mini map moving around the field. He doesn't, so he just keeps running and fighting enemies.
That is amazing.
If I'm remembering that correctly, I think it was Pirate Warriors that did that.
I hope so. I fucking love Zoro. He is. I always said I love Sanji mainly because I used to be a football kicker and I kind of got giddy when I saw that there's a pirate that uses only his feet for combat. But as the series went on, Zoro just became my absolute favorite. He's done almost every badass thing I've seen.
He's definitely an interesting character, mainly because he's very unassuming.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't mind me talking about this one part, it's like parts you obviously have not seen, but there's this one guy they end up meeting who his devil fruit power is called the Pawpaw Fruit, and his hands look like they're like cat paws, basically. And but it's one of the most badass devil fruit powers. Oh, like this is fair.
Riku, are we really going to talk about fairness right now?
Great job, Riku. Even you know this game is cheating. But so he's a pawpaw fruit user, and so he can repel anything with his paw. So like you hit him with his swords or like a projectile, he can swing it away with his paws basically, which is kind of interesting because he also do other things. He can hit you with his paws, and you are sent flying like miles away basically.
Holy crap!
He did that to each of the Straw Hat Pirates. And they were each sent off into completely different islands, continents apart from each other, basically.
Holy crap.
That's what initiated the time skip that One Piece finally got. But basically, one of the other things he did, one of his big moves is that he repelled air and compressed it into this huge ball. And so you have all this compressed air that's been repelled back and forth, and he throws it at someone, and it's like a bomb, basically.
Wow.
And then, but the most badass thing he did was, so the first time he appears, it was after a big fight that the Straw Hat Pirates had just finished, and Luffy, obvious that he does after a big fight with a big boss, he falls asleep.
Of course.
And so he's asleep this whole time because he's exhausted, and the rest of the pirates... Oh, you're confused, I see. Okay, it wore off. And it left them fighting the Pawpaw Fruit user. The rest of the pirates are, or the ones that are still awake, and Zoro is one of the few that are awake fighting. And so he says that he'll like let them live or something, like some anime reason for why he'll let them live, basically.
Yeah.
And he says, well, you have to do something first, and he goes up to Luffy, and he literally repels, don't ask how this is possible, he repels all of Luffy's damage he took from that fight, basically.
Oh, wow.
And compressed into a ball, and told that Zoro has, not only the pain that Zoro has taken from it, from fighting...
I do know about this moment. I heard about it in a countdown.
Yeah, and so... Zoro had to not only suffer the damage he took from that fight, the fight he took with just his Pawpaw Fruit user guy, but also everything that Luffy has taken. And to tell how bad it was, the guy just hints a smidge to Zoro, and you thought Zoro was going to die right then and there. So he requested to go alone, and he literally sticks both his hands without any hesitation into it.
Aye.
And even though I know even though I knew he was gonna be alive, I literally thought he was gonna die. Like that's just a part of my head. And Sanji like wakes up and he looks for Zoro, and all you see is Zoro just standing alone in a pool of his own blood. And I was just like, how badass is that? You slid past the chest in that little hallway, but it's fine.
Here?
I think it was actually a different one, but that works too. I'm just, like, seeing all that, it just makes me excited for what Zoro would do next. That's just like one of the most badass things I've ever seen, like any anime in general.
Well, you know they have a new movie out.
For One Piece?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't know if new is the word anymore, but it was actually in theaters.
I don't remember this. Was this last year?
I believe it was actually at the end of 2016.
Okay. I mean, I know about that Yu-Gi-Oh movie, which we didn't see, unfortunately.
Very unfortunately, because I don't believe it actually came to our area.
It did. No, it did. I saw
it did?
I did see it.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at movie times, but I can't remember what happened. I just got super busy, and I just couldn't text you to see if we could watch it or not. So I remember I told you before a few weeks ago, I was like, Cameron, we're going to relive our childhood, and we're going to watch this movie.
Relive it? Hell, I know a guy who still owns a card shop.
I think you told me something about that.
Yeah, it was actually really cool when I found out, because he gave me a friend invite on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember this guy. And come to find out he owns a card shop now. And I'm like, this is the guy I taught Yu-Gi-Oh to and got him interested in it. Had I known I'd be influencing his future decisions, I would have talked to him about law. Or medical practices. Or, you know...
So, buddy, just a random conversation. I want to talk to you about law school and being a lawyer.
I want to talk to you about this great show I've discovered called Law and Order. You need to give it a look. Apparently there's like a lot of episodes already made.
Very inspirational. You should take notes about this and stuff.
Yeah, there was a case about a murder and a botched circumcision. All sorts of great stuff.
You wouldn't be the first. Sorry.
I'll admit. But yeah, and apparently he's he even does streams for himself and does tournaments every other weekend. So
that's fun.
Keep rocking, Ethan.
Okay.
You'll probably never see this, so I'll have to like share the link to this episode with you.
I would share a link to it. Yeah, I would do that for him.
Yeah, because hey.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, keep going strong, dude.
You've come to Paris.
Yes, because we've just discovered Frollo is evil. Shock and awe.
Oh no.
And guess what?
Totally did not see this coming.
Yeah, and guess what? He's holding control over the big baddie. Let us all just sit in marble.
Because of his obsession with the gypsies. But he doesn't want to admit that he wants to bang one.
Yeah. I know I mentioned this in the previous episode, but that song Hellfire is still one of the best villain songs ever.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like, I had no appreciation for it until I watched it. I believe it was like last year at some point that me and my fiance watched it. And I was just like, this is so good. How did I not notice this when I was like 5?
Yeah, well, you're not really going to get the kind of imagery that it presents. With, you know, the judges all in red robes. Like his final judgment before God, and him saying, yes, I have this lust for her, but it's not my fault, it's hers, because she infatuated me with her magic. You know, when I was a kid, I did not get it. I just thought it was like a really loud song. You know, I didn't appreciate it until I saw it again when I was much older. I'm like, holy crap. And this is right after Quasimodo's song of Heaven's Light. So,
I also really liked Esmeralda's song, God Help the Outcasts.
Yes, very good song. Which, by the way, still holds a lot of relevance to any era of history.
Oh my goodness, it's like I was surprised on how much it connects with now and everything. So
yeah, it was a very well written and well performed song. And
oh, big chest.
Big chest.
Not to your left. Turn around. Up the road.
Up
the hill.
Okay.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about an open one from down the hill.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I think that it was such a... It was as well an adult movie as much as a kid's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an awesome accomplishment for any movie.
Sliding crest. Ooh.
Oh, a new move! Oh, so I go directly from sliding into an attack.
That's cool.
Sweet, I'll have to give that some practice.
I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I really like how they just have to hit the freaking chest in order to open it. When, there's a giant keyhole and, you can just put the key in and unlock it, that can kind of make sense. But no, we're just going to hit the blasted thing.
Yeah, and I know we mentioned in a previous episode that, like, I love how, usually in RPGs, if you see a chest, you just kick it open or you open it or something like that because you're the main hero and you need stuff inside. In this, it actually makes sense because you have a key blade, something that exists to lock and unlock things.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they're able to open all the chests.
That makes a lot of sense when you put it that way.
Yeah. Oh. Come on.
Hello.
Aha!
Is that the darkness one?
Yeah. I had to do this once more to level him up.
Oh, yes, I forgot you wanted to do that. So that way, Crowback can get 0 Gravera.
Yeah. So he can upgrade.
Again, it's more powerful because it ends with an A, not a Y.
Yep, that's how you know it's better, kids.
It's misspelled.
Yeah, that is something about the naming system of Final Fantasy and these games, of like how to indicate something is stronger instead of saying like, oh, it's this spell level 2. Nope. It's ends in an A and then an RA and then like an ERA or something to that extent.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. Like, when I first played Kingdom Hearts 1, which was before I ever played a Final Fantasy game,
Same here.
Or knew that much about them,
Same here.
was, very confusing when, like, I looked in my menu and saw that I
Just
had
behind
this
you.
spell that, was Fyra. Like, what the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pull up the specs to see, like, oh, it's actually a stronger fire spell. Wow, how useful is that to know when you're at the part of the game where you don't have your Keyblade and all you can use is magic?
Oh, yeah, the wooden sword part.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That pissed me off something fierce. Like, seriously? You're not gonna, give me a little bit of a hint here? Okay, okay. Welcome back!
Alright, so not really much of a welcome back, more of a we're getting back to the right place. So we probably skipped ahead a little bit, and that's because I didn't realize that the laptop that we're using to record, to do the voiceovers, so I can later sync this up with the gameplay later, only can only hold up to 3 hours of voice recording before it automatically stops. So this was news to me.
Yes, and we found this out.
So this will be a slight continuation of last episode. Probably going to be a decently long episode, but we'll probably cut it here in the next few minutes, and then we'll get started fresh on a new episode.
We'll give you guys one big old episode.
Yeah, all the Kingdom Hearts.
Because that's how much we care.
Because who doesn't like Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is just like I could go for Kingdom Hearts all day.
It's a good series.
Mhm.
They did good. You did good.
You did good. Good job, Disney. You deserve a pat on the back and a cookie.
Or you like the American Dad thing, just like, well done, Smith. I'm going to give you a pat on the bottom.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it was.
I remember that. That was pretty good.
There it was. I'm so glad Patrick Stewart has a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's like a big fear with like Shakespearean actors, especially like ones who are as good as him, like they're afraid they're always going to be serious.
Yeah.
And then you find out like, nope, he's got a pretty good sense of humor about him. They did one episode where it was a joke on play, and they had Patrick Stewart open the episode, and he gave an introduction to the episode, saying like, a recent vault of scripts were discovered in a warehouse. One of them, several of them being for American Dad. Now, one of these will be presented for you tonight called Blood Crieth Unto Heaven. This is the only one we can show, as I grew jealous and ate the others in a fit of rage. So, here it is for your enjoyment. Blood crieth unto heaven. Like, wait, what?
That's pretty funny.
As I ate the others in a fit of rage.
Is she going to be alright?
No, she's dead. She's straight up dead, Riku.
Don't worry about her talking. I'm just moving her with my finger. You're totally dead.
It's up there.
Oh, speaking of dead. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure we may have created the darkest Kingdom Hearts sequel.
Oh yeah, so
Thanks.
so just taking a small 10-minute trip to get dinner turned pretty dark pretty quickly because we were just making fun of Kingdom Hearts just continuously making side games until the inevitable through Kingdom Hearts 3 in 15 years down the line. That's what I'm predicting. And so we made up a more. So I told Cameron, wouldn't it be funny if, when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, the time it took from Kingdom Hearts 2 to 3, the characters were aging in that process, basically.
In real time with the game.
With the game. So, eventually when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, Sora's in his 40s. And the war finally starts.
The second great Keyblade War. But you gave me this idea, and suddenly I got a mental picture of my head of just this grizzled old man Logan version of Sora with his Keyblade, and which what he got. And you said, he has a half full glass of scotch, and he
smoking a cigarette,
and you just see him. It pans up, and you see him standing over Mickey's grave, and he's like, "The king is dead," and he pours it out for him. It's like, oh my god, are we seriously talking about the grave of Mickey Mouse? The war for his throne begins now, and he summons the Keyblade.
If this episode gets out, I think we can cancel any kind of sponsorship with Disney from now on.
Basically.
Because we just talked
did
about...
you just fucking kill Mickey Mouse in your hypothetical game?
No, we talked about the death of your biggest mascot in our hypothetical game.
And we're not saying, that it's a good thing. Oh, did he just straight up kill himself?
Yeah, in this version he appears to have. He
just pulled a straight up swan dive to hell.
You're Ansem.
Oh.
Why are you here?
It's Ansem and Xehanort.
Your best friend is never.
They're both Xehanort, but
this is the worst before and after for Jenny Craig.
What?
You could write a book about
the weight loss program.
But I embrace the darkness.
Not ringing a bell.
And unless you hurry up,
you've never heard of Jenny Craig.
Your story
if I have, I don't remember.
Just like his.
I get it. I'm a poor, deprived child.
Okay, changing the reference. Wow, this looks like the worst before and after for a tanning salon.
Okay. Now I'm with you.
Okay. Don't you grin at him. Here, let me put a bit more rapey in my smile.
As if one Xehanort's bad enough, you got two running around now, Cameron.
No.
Yeah,
Not while I have the Keyblade.
Yeah, the thing you wanted all along.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I almost let you have because you possessed my body. Which, now I put that in context, is a lot worse. Anyway,
Yeah.
What? Jump off and ride the heat blasts?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. We're gonna try this.
Yep. So, you know, most boss mechanics include some sort of one-off thing. Here you get to ride off the heat blast, which makes perfect sense.
Oh, I'm just straight up flying.
Yep, basically.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like this whole thing of like having to spot the heat blasts and timing
Cameron,
them.
you're almost dead. You're almost dead. Okay, good.
You know, I thought it was going to be one of those things. Nope.
I think even though Zero Gravera makes enemies weightless, I think it'll still do damage to them. Just like, you know. Oh, you can do a reality shift on him. Well, no, you can't. But there was an icon to interact with.
Okay, so when he does that bullet thing.
Yeah, triangle and circle.
Yeah. Whoa! He's shooting fireballs.
Yep. Watch out, Ace. You got this.
Ace.
I don't know. I just figured that would make sense at this moment. I don't know. Ignore me. No.
I was trying to shift. I was trying to.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to move the gear down to cure.
I was about to say maybe we should pause right here, and then yeah, we can do a count. Yeah, let's go ahead and pause here, and then we'll start. We'll finish this boss fight next time.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.